Hi friends, this is Sadiq Ali. Today I am going to demonstrate about the Redis connector in Mule 4. Although Mule 4 it has been released the connector, but few of the operations that are not supporting connector right now, but enhancement is going on, and they are adding more and more feature and operations that can be performed on Redis with the help of Mule 4 connector. Okay. um, Moving on that, the agenda of this demo is that what is the Redis and how its main features, Redis platform configuration, object store feature Redis while using Redis as a persistent storage, and demo. Okay, here you can see the Redis is an open source platform or tool that can be installed on any OS, but most of the times it's recommended on Linux only. That you can Red Hat Linux you can install and you can use it. But although it's coming in the as a Docker containerized component as well, so you can install anywhere where Docker is installed or it's supported by the OS. Okay. Uh, so it's the NoSQL key value store and supports multiple data structure. Okay, as I mentioned here that most of the use cases is for transactions. Like we can maintain the transaction status using the Redis key value operations. Okay, and it has a very good scalability available that we can configure the Redis platform with the as a cluster or as Sentinel or as a singleton platform based on our requirement. Definitely, it's not recommended to have standalone deployment or configuration in Redis, but definitely you can do whatever you required for a lower version of environment or your POC or development. Okay, live for entries that it has although this has capability to assign the properties of the values and key values in the Redis platform, that how much time you want to assign to it to should be expired and should be removed from the Redis platform. Like I want to publish one token, that the token, and I want to keep the token alive for 10 seconds or maybe 10 minutes based on our requirement. So the what I can do here, I can assign properties of the token, and I can send to the Redis to keep it alive for 10 minutes, and I can use perform multiple operations, and as soon as operation finishes or reaches as a final stage, I can go and verify again the token is valid or not to make it a success process. Okay, if it expired, so you will receive null, and if it not exist or removed, you will receive that false. Okay, so all these properties can be assigned to the data which we are going to publish in Redis. Okay, the cache database query result, like most of the times, like we don't want to utilize our memory or the runtime memory or platform memory, so we can keep the data on the Redis itself, and wherever required we can pick from that there, and we can reuse in our application or our platform. Okay, you can see the cache login cookies use of HTTP session store. So it's maintained like you can maintain the session of the platform. The person can user can utilize to perform the operations based on the interfaces or the processes. Okay, uh, the main benefit of the Redis is that it's quite fast. Okay, it's quite quick to respond back to the request. Okay, Redis is extremely fast as it stores the whole database set in primary memory. Okay, like it's keep the cache memory available for accessing the most recent search or query data, that is not required to go and search in persistent storage, where Redis sometimes keep the data in the file storage or the database, wherever database configured into it. Okay, that is the persistent based on the number of update elapsed time. Data can be asynchronized, saved it to disk. Okay, so data replication client available in a popular program. All this like lightweight. Redis is right in ANSI, so there's no external dependencies. Okay, so that makes quite quite quick to respond for the request whichever is comes to it. Okay, steps for shooting Redis by Redis default steps or arbitrary in dump.rdb. Okay, in the case of server start, Redis will load the data from backup files and put into the memory. Okay, high availability. This is the we based on that configuration, platform configuration, we can it support the high availability concept that to provide the maximum uptime for the external tool or application whichever is communicating with the Redis. Okay, this most of the Redis platform configuration is non-clustered, like singleton platform, a standard platform, and a cluster and sentinel. The definition of the cluster and sentinel is like I'll explain later in the coming stages. As you know, the cluster stage is like same that master is communicating with their parallel master deployed, which are whoever is communicating with the slaves deployed or configured in the platform. And whenever a master goes out of network or not responding, then any of the slave will become as a master and will respond back to the customer. Okay, so what is the difference here in the cluster? That if any cluster master will goes off, that either we have to configure to notify the external tool that okay, master is not available, so you have to communicate with this server. This new slave server is now the working as a master. Okay, so that would be manual intervention had to perform with the in the cluster. But you can see here that Redis cluster is a data sharing solution with automatic management, handling failover and replicate. Okay, so what is the best practice here? Okay, when we go to the Sentinel, say this support the Sentinel concept. The Sentinel concept is that another software will monitor the masters, and whenever masters any of the masters goes offline or not responding back, then this sorry, Sentinel will notify or validate that which master or slave is available. Then it'll become as a main master, whoever is writing or reading data from the slaves or another master. Okay, so the so this is the benefit of the Sanitel in Redis, that it's manage auto configuration or auto monitoring of the platform, that where it can notify to the external application that this server is not available, so a new is become a master, and the external tool no not need to configure anything to notify to accept or communicating with the new master. So Satan will take care of all these things instead of a cluster where we have to do sometime manually, else Satan will perform by automatic process. Okay, so moving to the ObjectStore feature in Redis, using Redis, that in MuleSoft, that whenever we are configuring any application, we want to keep the object store as a persistent. Okay, uh, but the what is the benefit of it? Okay, most of the features, most of the times we are using this feature, we are deploying on customer hosted environment. Okay, like cloud based environment deployment, wherever we are seeing that any update on the platform, the instances are being replaced or new one created, like RTF runtime fabric. We can see that any new deployment, we can see that uh, the pod is being deleted or a new pod will be created. Okay, so hence the object store is not being supported as a persistent in RTF like deployments. Okay, or on premise, or not recommended to have on premise deployment using in memory or persistent storage or any file uh, persistent storage in same environment. So hence, like we can keep the data alive whatever happened in the platform, so that any for further once platform is available, the data persistence or data consistency should be there in the platform. Okay, like token validations or stages of the transactions. All this can be kept in alive in the data in the queue. Whatever things whatever process happened in the MuleSoft runtime deployment or any other platform, whichever tool or technology you are using for deployment. So this is the one of the good tool that we have been using very long time, and we have seen that it's very good output. We have seen that it giving to maintain the data consistency on the platform, or maintaining data on the platform, whatever happens in with regard the runtimes where the application is deployed. Okay, MuleSoft, the main point is here, the MuleSoft Redis connector supports most of the operations which can perform which can be performed using Redis CLI processes. Okay, like although it's not all the process is being supported, but most of the process is being supported with the runtime with the MuleSoft Redis connector. Uh, few of them I would like to show you here. That let me as I mentioned in the my previous config explanation, that you can see the transaction main feature of the transaction and pops up. All this feature is being supported by the MuleSoft Redis connector itself. Okay, let me show you that what I'm going to explain here. This is demo purpose I have created for that. Okay, you can see that I can load the key value data to the Redis environment. Okay, and you can see I can get from there. I can delete my data from there as well. Apart from that, I can publish. I can this can be used as a PubSub process as well. Right, you can publish data and you can receive subscribe data based on the channels name you have configured into it. Okay, you can see the channel name which I have configured it, and you can be read for the from the other flow or other application. Okay, and second part is that I have using object store as a persistent storage, and I'm using Redis as a persistent environment. Okay, you can see this persistent I have enabled for runtime object store, and you can see this is the persistent storage I have configured it, localhost this one, and pooling whatever is a best practice recommended by the Senate Redis. I have performed it. Although this can be all need to be can be changed or can be configured based on the configurations you are required for your application, but this is the default and the recommended one. Okay, here you can see that the connection, what you can see that I have explained that there is a number of connections is available, right? This is the clustered, non-clustered, like standalone, and this is Sentinel. Okay, like tool is managing the behavior or the platform existence or health of the platform to maintain the availability of the Redis tool. Okay, so let's go. You can, and apart from that, I would like to highlight here what are the operations they are helping that can perform by the developer by using the Redis connector. Okay, let me go here. Okay, let me go here. Okay, you can see that the connectors operations are being performed. You can perform the most of the operations which were it's shared or allowed by the Redis platform. Okay, you can delete the key value. You can check the exist or not. You can assign the property of the key, that how much time it will take, how much expiry time should be, or till time should be assigned to it to expire. Okay, and expire at what is specified time, the which time it should be expire. Okay, from the platform, from the from their memory or persistent storage. Okay, you can increment the value with whatever value you have assigned the key value. You can increment that. You can use the publish. Okay, you can set in hash. So every most of the time you can see that you can perform the operations which were allowed by the Redis platform. Okay, but still few of them are not not still being enhanced. And so like you can see trim from the list. It has been added recently in the connector. So it's keep being updated. And what is how it works, it communicate the APIs which are or which is being written in the Redis. So it works with that only. Okay, let me go. Let me show you how it works. Okay, here you can see the global configuration. I'm using set right now. So global configuration, I will go here. You can see I'm using localhost. Okay, localhost, why I'm using, because I'm creating a tunnel. Okay, I am creating a tunnel to use the connector to the communication with the where the VM on VM, on which VM it has been deployed. Okay, the default port I'm using 6379 at itself, published default port, so it's not required you to add anything, but you can reuse that one on itself. Okay, let me go to the property file, which I would like to highlight few things. Let me check. Okay, let me check. Okay, this is the highlight. Okay, let me check. You can see this one I have commented over here. You can see that line, this one, the bind. Okay, what it shows, that you can see the all this description from here, what it means of this variable or the property of the Redis. Okay, it as you can see that from where you want to accept the request. Okay, from which host you want to accept the request, you can assign from here. So I right now I have commented that it can be accept the request from anywhere. Okay, so hence it can be accept request from any system, whichever system is trying to communicate to it. Okay, the port name, you can see the port name 6773. Okay, so this is the few of things are very common, and like um, uh, cleanup activities you need to perform while changing the things configuration in the database, in the properties. Okay, so let's close it. And although you can check the logs configuration. Okay, this is the log file. You can find it everything over here. um, okay, so let's go and create a tunnel. Okay, let's go and create a tunnel. Be very specific whatever configuration you want to keep in Redis, because any wrong configuration, it will not work as expected, either or it will not work successful. You cannot communicate or perform operation with Redis by the configuring any value into it. Okay, so be very specific, read all documents about the Redis, because any parameter or the configuration is wrongly configured, it will not work. Okay, that's it. Let's go to application. Okay, so the configuration, global configuration, I have already explained. I'm using I have created tunnel, so I'm using localhost. The default configuration I'm using right now, nothing else. I'm not having any password of secured configuration in Redis. Hence I'm not using Redis password here. I'm kept is blank. Okay, apart from that, you can see that let me go here, that you can see that the connection timeout, you can extend whatever it require, but keep most of times as per Redis, it takes 2 seconds to connection timeout, but you can increase based on your requirements. Okay, by default is 2 minutes, 2 seconds. And all these, you can see the idle, life, wait, max wait, milliseconds, all configuration is very common. Okay, you can block when exhausted is true, you can keep it false if you want, but not for production environment. Okay, so this is the one thing. So let me check the connection. I have not validated my connection, is working fine or not. um, let's wait for a few moments. It should be successful. Okay, although don't rely on this this message, because sometime I have seen that this it's returning success even the communication is not established with the application. Okay, so do not rely on that, just test your application first before configuring anything. Okay, let me run in debug mode so we can see that how it's moving ahead. Let me go here. Okay, let me go Redis, go from here. Okay, you can see, let me check. Fine, let's check how it will deploy or not. Okay, if the connection will be successful, then you can see that this is deployed, else it will be failed. Okay, okay, it's deployed. Okay, the connection is working fine. Okay, you can see that connection is working fine. Now let's test the application. Okay, um I'll go here. This is my tool location. I will use technology is MuleSoft. Okay, or okay, or platform we can use. Okay, the same key process we are using for the transaction number and the state, or the we are keeping as a list of the value and key to maintain the state of the transaction, or the state of the token, or any key value whichever you want to keep in the memory for some time to utilize for the further uses. Or you can assign it, you can delete it from the Redis if you want to expire the tool or key on specific time, or any defined time period. Okay, so let me keep the debugger here. Let's go and check. Let it come. Let me put my debugger. I'm not sure I run on the debug mode. Let me run on debug mode. Okay, I will change it. Meetup group. I will keep MuleSoft meetup group. It's okay. Let's make it done. Let it deploy properly. I will delete it. Okay, deployed. Okay, let's make a request. Let's check first what is the this is the text. Let me check the text. Okay, let's make a request now. Okay, debugger is not working. Let me restart my studio once. Okay, just hold for 1 second. All the process is working fine, just but I want to show you that how it behaves. Okay, okay, it's started now. Let me run the application again. Let it deploy. Okay, deployed. Let's see that it should work now. Okay, although maybe some issue, I need to restart my laptop. But you can see that, okay, how it works. Okay, what I'm doing here, I'm just sending my key and value. Okay, I'm sending my key and value. Okay, I'm storing my key as a value, and key as a key, and value is a value. Okay, and you can see that I'm storing my response to the set result. I am logging here set result as a payload. Okay, you can see that set payload is okay. Okay, you can see that set payload, you can see the response of this operation is okay. Okay, now what I'm doing here, I'm just trying to extract information once again. Fine, and storing in the get result. Fine, now you can see that the this set result again. You can see that after set result, you can see the set result again is null. Okay, let me go here, let me check. Okay, you have to remove it. Key value should be there. Configuration value null. Okay, what is that? Okay, get result, right? I need to keep here get result. It is there already, but the value is I have wrongly copied. Let me see that. Get result. You can see there is double T. Okay, although I replaced what I copied from there. Fine. So let me keep this here as a payload. Okay, this is for that. I'll change for better explanation. Okay, and you can see this is publish. Okay, this is the publish channel key, and you can see the subscribe. Okay, so let me run again. Deployed. Let's make a request now. I will try to make it like down. Yes, I'll make this one as Delhi. Okay, let's make a request now. We'll see the response. Okay, what is that? The set result is okay. You see that set result is okay, which I am receiving from response. Okay, the set result is okay, and you can see that get result is Delhi, because whatever key I have requested, I have sent this key. Okay, I have sent this key, so I am this town, the same key I am trying to extract the information from the Redis. I got it at Delhi back. Okay, the Delhi value I have published, I have shared with the key in the Redis, and try to extract with the same key I got Delhi. Okay, now you can see the subscribed. Okay, here what is that? Subscribe is that I am just trying to publish my key to the as a pub/sub model in using the Redis. Okay, so you can see that I'm using channel 1. I'm trying to read the channel using channel 1 itself. Okay, and I have using the same connection. So you can see that the subscribed. Okay, you can see the console. This is subscribed. You got the town, right? What is town? This is the key value which I have published in using the published. Okay, you can see that I have published the key data, and you got the data key over here itself. Okay, the key as a payload. Okay, you can see the town is the payload, and I want to check that it exists or not. Okay, let's see that. Okay, the key is here, so I want to check the exist. Okay, it's not validate exist. Okay, You can see this is the existing right now. The same process, if I assign like expire, like if I can assign expire, you can see that after a few moments it will not be available. Okay. This is the main feature of the Redis over here, how it works. Okay. Let me try once that how it works here. HTTP, sorry, listener. Okay, I will add listener here. Let me see that HTTP listener. Let me add here. Okay, you can check. Uh, you can check set. You can get using the value. Okay, you can use the payload dot. Okay, I will try to extract information using the key. Get after expire. Okay, so this is the value. This is the key I'm going to extract. The same key which I'm trying to publish, I'm going to extract from using the get. Now what is the idea is that let's expire it. Okay, key is the payload. Let me go here. Okay, so it will not overrun my payload. Okay, fine. Now it will not destroy my payload. Let's see, go and use the payload. Okay, you can see, let's go and make it seconds. Let's make it like 4 seconds. Okay, let me see that time to live in second. Fine. Let's run once again. Let's store it. Okay, let's log it here. With the log. Why I'm demonstrating the expire? Because if we publish any token or any transaction status, we just trying to assign the value of property of that key, how much time I want to it should be expired. Okay, hence let's check that. Okay, expire variable expired. Fine, let's go check and again. Now I need to make two let me delete close all these points. Okay, right now I'm sending town. Let me send my name, or you can see token. Token is like something like it's like most of the times it comes like encrypted format. Okay, let's keep like that. Okay, let me send a request. Let me first create another URL. Okay, get. Fine, let's go here. You can extract from here. Okay, now go and delete it. Okay, let me make this post. Okay, because I want to extract the information from there. Okay, I want to use this key. Let's remove one line. Fine, good, that's fine. Let's go and run the application. I'm trying to publish my payload with the key and value. Okay, let's make a request. Fine, you can see the expiry is true. It has been set for seconds as expiry, right? Now try to extract the information. Okay, you can see that after 4 seconds you will not able to extract the information. Okay, let's make once again. Okay, you can see now, right? But after 4 seconds you cannot see the response, you cannot see the value. So this is the way we use Redis to perform the operation, and whichever token we want to expire, we just add the properties of the key that should be expired in such time period or some interval. Then it will not be available for the further users or perform the operation in the platform. So we are restricting the user, or we are reusing the values, keeping the memory using Redis, whatever happened in terms of the platform. Okay, so uh, let's see one another process like that. If I want to use the object store, and you want to use the Redis as a persistent storage uh, for the memory or reusable content in the process. So what is happening here? Why? Because if anything goes wrong with the runtime, or restart, or the cluster is not working, the stage of the transactions or the uh, token or session is will be invalidated or will be destroyed. Okay, so to keep the data inconsistent or the process inconsistent in the platform, we are restricting using the object store and keeping the Redis as a persistent environment where we are storing all the information, keeping the data in memory for the further uses. Okay, let's go and check that how it works. Let me go here, that the object store, right? I'm trying to publish the same thing, right? Same way. Let me have it, object store. Okay, keep it object store here. If I see that session, okay, I keep the session in like something like that. Okay, let me send it. Okay, well, that is working fine. What it means that I am storing my data in using persist in the Redis. I'm trying to extract from here, and you can see that I retrieved my value. You can see that it's retrieved my value. Okay, and it's and then it's I send this is the value. Okay, this is working. How you can check that Redis is storing data value or not? Okay, let me go and Redis, and I'll show you that. Let me see that command line. Okay, you can see that. Let me, this is the command line. Okay, what was the key? The key was this session. Okay, let me go and paste it. You can see the data is available over here, right? So it's they are keeping the data available that can be extracted. Mule metadata, you can see that all the information which has been published by the MuleSoft, they kept over here, because the actual data you can find from here. Okay, so this is the way they are storing data in the Redis that they can be utilized for further uses. Okay, you can go and check the same thing like token. I do not believe that token might be expired, so you are receiving null. Okay, because the expiry process we have performed, right? We have expired things, so it's not available right now. But if you try again, let me try again once again. Okay, token, let me try token. Okay, you got the token, right? Now it's not available. So both the process are different. Like we are keeping the object store persistent, and we are using the direct Redis tool to persist the data or keep the data in available. So it's using the both we can perform with the both difference, because it's using the data type, okay, and using the string directly as a string value. Okay. uh, Thanks. This was a demo to explain how Redis works with the MuleSoft and what configuration you need to perform. Okay, what configuration you need to perform. Be sure that whatever configuration you are doing in Redis.com, it should allow to access this platform. Okay, like if you see that max, you can see that all the data, the max values, like something like everything should be in working stage. Okay, like max client, okay, the timeout, all this should be available. Set timeout, like it's milliseconds, like, okay. So the configuration should be very specific, and otherwise you will see that the pool, they're not able to extract the pool or timeout, acknowledge timeout. So all this feature will you will see that over here while performing the operation. But be sure the configuration should be very as recommended or as per the required or the communication with the Redis. MuleSoft connector is quite helpful here. As such, we not required to write our own Java classes or Java code to perform the operation on Redis. Although we were using previously Java classes or Java libraries to access the Redis, but now the MuleSoft have the Redis connector, which is very useful to help us. Like sometimes we are using a private cloud deployment in MuleSoft or the on-premises or RTF. On these cases are these kind of communications or environment configuration or logic. It's very useful for using the um, uh, to persist the data or keep the data identical or keep data unique in the platform, avoiding any illegal access or the duplicacy in the data while performing the operation or transactions in the system. Okay, I hope you like this demo. Thank you.